least I can do. A humble salute of my gratitude for your sacrifice and laying it on the line. Can I shake your hand, say thank you, man, 'cause you're kicking ass, so I'm raising my glass, 'cause it's long overdue. This one's for you. Always in our hearts and in our prayers. You're always in our hearts and in our prayers. You know you're always in our hearts and in our prayers. So hey, can I buy you a beer?
Man, you nail that song, John. That is...
Oh, thank you.
So catchy.
Thank you.
Love it.
I'm very proud of that song. I really am. It's like I said, it's a great way to say thank you. We have I've since we started saying to our men and women in uniform, thank you for your service. I've been doing that, but for me, it almost has become by rote, kind of like somebody sneezes, you say God bless you.
Yeah.
So what I love about this song is it's a new way to say thank you. It's a new and I think rather unusual break.
Well, I got a suggestion.
Leave it what's that?
Well, the suggestion is you and Lieutenant Dan are going to have to travel.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, why not? I've been talking to the USO, and of course Gary's a big part of the USO. So we've been Gary and I have not talked about it, but the folks Gary talks to are the same folks I talk to. So we've been talking about it.
Yeah, well, that's good.
Sounds kind of Hollywood. Sounds kind of Hollywood, but it's not.
Listen, your publicity manager, Brian, I just wanted to say a big thank you because he's in Nashville listening, and his group.
Oh, he's great.
Love Brian.
Absolutely.
Making it happen. Making it happen. And
Making it happen. You got it. Because, we're, like I said, that we are independent. And what that doesn't just mean we're independent spirits, because we are. But
that's right.
What that means is that Alicia and I have paid for every guitar string, every moment in the studio, every plane trip, every bus trip, every night in a hotel, all the gas. We have hit the road doing everything we can to make this music successful.
Yes.
Without a label or a machine of any kind. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm not a fan of the machine. I'm not a fan of being dependent on the machine.
I'm with you on that.
The machine itself is not evil. The machine knows it's a machine.
That's right.
Just don't get in bed with it.
I'm fiercely independent myself. For the people, it's been that way for forever, and I took over the reins of the show from the founder, Chuck Harder. He hosted it for 30-plus years and passed away on April 10th, but took heat from the Clintons, shut him down because he spoke truth to power and had put an 18-year audit on him and took the mic away from him from just speaking the truth.
Wow.
Yeah. But you got to, if you believe in something, you fight for it. Bottom line.
Absolutely. And I'm so glad. I'm sorry that happened to your friend there.
Thanks.
But
good guy.
The Clintons are bullies.
Yeah, big time.
They're bullies, and I think it's okay to call somebody out. We don't need fancy words. We don't need all this rhetoric, and we don't need to be politically correct. We just need to say, you know what? You're bullying somebody. You stop that, because nobody likes a bully. But they call it something else. They call it maneuvering. They call it whatever in the world, political.
Yeah, PC. You got to be PC.
Yeah.
And it's tough because people live in the political climate. They're in corporate America, and they just cannot. They can't tell any stories about what they did over the weekend with the Trump rally in Tampa. I mean, you have to be so neutral and so non-spoken.
Well, but I question. We're told that we have to be, Because people say to me, well, it must be tough being a conservative actor. Well, no, it's not. It's no tougher than being a conservative fireman or being a conservative anything. But if you are afraid to enter into a conversation and have an opposing opinion, then maybe you're not whatever it is. Maybe you don't believe in what you say you believe in.
Mm.
You know, so I
Good point.
I will say what is on my mind, but I'm not a bully. Because I'll say,
there's a
really
difference.
Want to know?
Yeah.
Yeah. People will say, well, what do you think about? No, this is a great one, because nobody can understand this. But I was in a room maybe 8-9 years ago, and a friend of mine was a fiercely lonely. I called him Eeyore. And my wife at the time said, "Look, I'd really like to fix you up with somebody, but I don't know whether you're straight or gay." And when she said that, I was someone who was opposed to gay marriage. I think I was someone at that point who might have been yeah. So
okay.
And his answer changed my life. He said, "I am so lonely, and at this point, if someone would love me, I don't care if it's a man or a woman."
Wow.
And at that moment, I thought, who in the world has the right to tell someone who can love them? Which I think is even more powerful than who you can love.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, yeah.
So
I mean, it's
has
not
that
my
right?
business. Not my business if somebody
Well,
wants.
it's not.
Right.
Yeah, it's not my business. So from that point on, I'm like, hey, I'm in favor of it.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not going to enforce, but I'm sure as hell, pardon me, not going to be against it. And if there's something wrong with that in the eyes of God, God will tell them. God will not tell me.
He's big enough. He's big enough, apparently, to hold all this stuff together. I'm sure he can do it. Yeah. I don't think he needs our help.
God's above all that. God is above all of that petty argument.
I agree.
So my perspective changed forever that moment. So that's what I mean when I say I reserve the right to change my mind.
Well, there's so many other sins out there that you could talk about at any given time. And my dad said this simply as we grew up. He said, people in glass houses should not throw stones.
Exactly.
I mean, come on. It's the hypocrisy, which is a shame, because, you know, there's so many other things that you could talk about at any given time about an individual, about their life, what's wrong with their household or what they are doing or not doing. You could be consumed about it. And I think a lot of people, they get caught up in politics in a negative way, where they just don't really appreciate or understand the backstory, and then understand that, hey, this is a human being. This is a person, just like you and me.
Who has challenges, who has victories, who has failures, who has joy, and who has grief. And it's hard enough to get through this without opposition.
Yes.
Opposition makes you strong. I mean, I like opposition. I do believe that which doesn't kill you makes you stronger.
That's right.
That which does eventually kill you hurts like hell. But still.
Exactly.
Still, you should. So if you believe what you say you believe, and at the moment, and I'm not talking about being wishy-washy. I'm talking about, don't be afraid to enter into the conversation with an opinion that may be in opposition to what the common opinion is, or the prophesied opinion of the weak needs to be.
Go along to get along, kind of a thing, mentality, right?
Yeah, I'd make a difference, because you might be the person that said to me, or that said that day in the kitchen, I don't care if it's a man or a woman. You might be that person.
That's right.
You might be someone. I heard somebody say that God loves us too much to have us drink cheap scotch. You know?
Wow. That sounds like some of those evangelists on television, that you hear telling you that you got to have the best of everything.
Well, yeah, but then we've got the other group that I'll be in a picture somewhere. We're doing music, and it'll be a church group, and they'll say they want me to put my beer down for the picture.
Oh.
And I'll say, well, no. I said,
that's me.
Taking a picture of. Well, we'd like to take a picture of you. Well, then this is me.
This is me with a beer. That's right.
That's right. And then I throw the old. I throw the old. It was water to wine, not wine to water. You deal with it.
You're being real, and you know what, John? Me and you are the same kilt. It's exhausting trying to be anybody else but you. You just have to be you. I mean, it's just the bottom line. And you know what? Not everybody's going to like you, and who gives a darn?
Yeah, well, Johnny Cash said, if you tell the world the truth, then you can always look them in the eye.
I like that.
And that's important. And the other thing that I think Jonathan Kent talked to Clark Kent is that the truth is easy. It's a lie you have to remember, right? So you'll get caught in a lie. You won't get caught in the truth, because the truth is something that is part of you. It comes out of you. And you don't have to remember what you feel about any certain subject. You feel that way about a certain subject. And that's what the songs are the reason this thing is called the Odyssey is it's a journey. These are songs about love. There's songs about grief. There's songs about joy. There's songs about hearing loss. I mean, this is
real stuff. This is real stuff. The Odyssey, 52-song project.
We all go through, and so I'm very excited about it because they are songs of the truth. They say a great country song or a great song of any kind is three chords and the truth. So if who is not afraid of the truth, or not afraid to hear someone else's truth, which that's a tough one for many people on the during the left coast.
Oh yeah, tell me about it.
Many people out there.
I got to say hello to my.
These are the folks.
Say hi to my listeners out in San Francisco. I have some conservatives out there. It's a rarity. I always tell them, turn it up so they can hear some truth.
Absolutely.
Turn it up.
Absolutely. And my gosh, those folks, I was just in Reading 3 weeks ago, and that whole area is on fire now. It's just god-awful. It's such a shame.
Oh, yeah, the fire is terrible.
But tell the truth, listen to the truth, and be helpful to those, especially right now, the folks out in San Francisco. There are people who have no place to live right now. And if you have an extra room, and this is
open your doors.
I mean this from my soul. Open your doors, even if they disagree with you.
Oh yeah,
even if they disagree with you.
The humanity, and there's so many celebrities out there that have houses, John, as you know, they got 15, 20, 30 bedrooms, literally estates that are so big, they could take people in. And just what a beautiful gesture just to do that, to do the right thing. And if we just all do the right thing, what a nice world that we can live in. All right, so with this Odyssey, we played one song off there, Can I Buy You a Beer? What else can I play? I feel like I'm at the jukebox with my change.
Well, if you have a great sense of humor, there's a song called Wherever She Is. Great country song.
All right, and that's off the Odyssey, right?
That's off the Odyssey.
All right.
There's another one on there called, there's 20. There's 20 that you're looking at right now.
I'm looking at,
and then a wonderful love song is The River.
All right, so I have Wherever She Is in front of me. You want me to play that first?
Yeah, go right ahead.
All right.
But listen to it. Listen to it. It's very funny.
All right, here we go.
She always spoke of going back to Texas. But then again, she sure did like Key West. Well, heaven only knows where my ex is, but at least she's given my poor old heart some rest. Wherever she cheer.